Oma mna emenye onye isi Nigeria o ife agwara ya ka ọ ga-eme first o mere ya achụ anya impeach enye ọpụba 1 month ọma na o nwere ike inyere ndị Igbo aka abụ osolu constitution ọ tụrụ anyị anya achụ anya onye ọbụla ma
distinguished members of Igbo elders, none. I welcome you, the media, both print and television. I welcome everybody here. This is not a very happy occasion for us, because most of us have vested interest in one Nigeria. Yes, the government, especially the present government, seems to be working hard to push us out of Nigeria. And now we hear of a conspiracy to negate constitutional provisions of the parties, especially the PDP has zoning and rotation in the constitution. We have been zoning and rotating. Now that it is the turn of the Igbo, all kinds of things are being said. We have demonstrated our interest in the country. Anywhere you go, take the indigents out. The next largest number is from Southeast. We have built up Nigeria. More than 65% of modern houses built in Nigeria belong to our people. We do not want to leave this country. It's not a matter of choice. We are bent on staying on. But one thing we reject totally is being slaves. We refuse being slaves. We'll know that Igbo slaves drowned themselves in a river so as not to continue being slaves. If the 2023 presidential election eludes us, we will take it. But the rest of Nigeria has denied us citizenship right in Nigeria. That leaves us no choice but to look for ways to survive outside Nigeria. There are people, individuals whom we helped in many ways. And those are leading the fight against us. If we are to name some of the things done against us, we will not live here. But as one level of the tripod, can any human being imagine the exclusion of our people for National Security Council. National Security Council. This is why we called you today to talk to you, the press, to make our views known. As usual, we have it written down. And our secretary, Professor Charles Wekek, will now address you. And so that we are not take his seat so that he moves in here and goes ahead to read the thing.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen of the press. The Igbo Elders Consultative Council met and discussed diligently some crucial national issues, including the zoning of the 2023 presidency to the southeast that have far-reaching consequences on the stability, peace, unity, progress, and development of Nigeria, and came up with the following resolutions. Number one, that we maintain our unalloyed support for the demand of the Southern Governors Forum, the Southern and Middle Belt Forum, the Afenifere, the Niger Delta Forum, Ohaneze Worldwide, among other credible stakeholders and organizations. That all political parties in the country should zone the 2022 presidency to the southeast for the sake of justice, equity, and fairness. We commend Chief Edwin E. Clark, K. Clark, leader of Southern Middle Belt Forum, as well as PANDEF, Chief Ayade Banjo, leader of Afenifere, Dr. Butrus Pogo, leader of the Middle Belt, among other prominent and patriotic Nigerians who have spoken the truth that power should be shifted to the southeast. They demanded that all political parties should zone the 2023 presidency to the southeast, not just for the sake of justice, equity, and fairness, but also to permanently heal the wound of the civil war that has grossly marginalized the Igbos in the country scheme of affairs. It is important to note that apart from Section 14, subsection 3 of the 1999 Constitution, which provides for the principles of federal character and quota system in whatever the government and its agencies do in order to give every part of the country a sense of belonging. The constitutions of major political parties in the country, including the People Democratic Party (PDP) and All Progressive Congress (APC), provide for a zoning system. So it's not just the So it's not just the issue of constitution. The constitution provided it, and the constitutions of the political parties provided it. It was in keeping with this zoning principle that Senator Abdullahi Adamu and Senator Yoche Ayu emerged as the national chairman of the APC and PDP respectively. We are all living witnesses that it was zoned to the North Central. and other positions at the same time. The two political parties zoned national chairmanship to North Central zone of the country. Similarly, in 2015, the Northern Elders and other organizations reminded Nigerians of this zoning principle and insisted that it was the turn of the North to produce the president. We supported them and voted massively for APC, which fielded General Muhammad Buhari as his candidate. The Igbos voted massively for APC. Even in 2019 presidential elections, our people voted massively for both APC and PDP. We know that Buhari was a candidate of APC and Atiku Abubakar was a candidate of PDP. Two of them are Northerners. We voted for them because we believed that it was the turn of the North. Nigeria cannot afford to be changing the goal post at the middle of the game because of its unimaginable social, economic, and political consequences. If Nigeria has been adhering strictly to zoning arrangement as contained in Section 14, subsection 3, when it is time for JAM, Nigerians will adhere to it. In the cutoff, they give different cutoff for candidates from all parts of the country.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra Hausa-Service coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olo province of Biafra land. Today is the 28th day of May 2022, being Saturday. Today, I will be joined by our Deputy HO, the Head of Directorate of States, Mazi Nzurumike, and the reps of Americas and Canada in the next less than 1 hour. But before that time, please, I want to say something. Listen attentively on this tape, clip I'm playing. I want to bring us, although I will elaborate it another day, please. But do not forget that on the 30th of May, as usual, IPOB, we are engaging on our heroes and heroines Remembrance Day. Please, do not forget that. There will be sit at home that day in Biafra land. Please inform all and sundry. We should respect our people, our heroes and heroines. People that died, that we shall live. We must respect them. Before I continue on the tape, which I said I was playing, please let us pray. Our leader will lead us in a pre-recorded prayer. Let us pray, please.
As long as we come on air every evening, the whole world must listen. As long as we preach this very gospel, Chukwukika Abiyama must be with us. Therefore, without any further hesitation, we must proceed to offer every prayer to Chukwukika Abiyama who resideth in heaven. Therefore, as we always commence, not from today, but from of old, our Father who art in heaven, Nanying Kebine Ligwe, Kahagedin Song, that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee all over this very planet that you created. They are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening, this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation as only you ordained. That this very gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit, because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have spilled, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, O Lord of hosts, to have mercy upon us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough, been tortured enough, we have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day. Chukwa Biama believe we're whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, following, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoko. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All these we pray, all these we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. Ahadin sosine bige birone biyebi. Ise.
Once again, I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition of Radio Biafra Hausa-Service, coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, and our leader is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is in the enemy dungeon. Make no mistake about it, we are in a process of restoring our nation. Our leader must be released. Do you understand me? Therefore, as I was playing the clip of this so-called the Igbo consultative that's a consultative forum or something like that, there's some, I will elaborate this thing another day, but I want to just give you a preamble. You know, they are crying foul. Oh, now the marginalization has reached them, the political class, the so-called political elites of Biafra land, of Igbo land, let me say it like that. Now they are making threats. People should understand in their statements. All this so-called, you know, Peter Obi went to 10 Downing Street in London, and upon what he's been told and revealed, he came and just withdrew. Say no need, because they told him no need. You don't need to worry yourself. There are people that we created Nigeria. We know who to give presidency to. Do you understand? And he came, all of them started dropping one after the other. They understand that it is a game in futility. Now, how do we reach here? I want to expose to you a little bit. I say I will make it a topic, either tomorrow or next. For me, for you to understand, I will and Canada. They will come up to join me to address Biafrans. But let me use these few minutes, please. Allow me to continue playing this. Please listen as you are, maybe you want to watch the final of Champions League. Please reduce the volume to the lowest and listen to what I have to say. Do you see this, our so-called political elites, the old people we call elders? Their selfishness, greed is thinking. Do you understand? You know, the other time, our leader have said it, in many occasions, that if he is the Fulani, he will not even give to any Igbo man, any Biafran this presidency. He said it some years back, so that many now mohu or now ma onye poya. Maybe you don't understand. Let me elaborate more. These so-called elders, politicians in our land, they purposely allowed our marginalization as long as it doesn't touch them. Do you understand? Hello, I don't know whether you understand what I mean. Because of their selfishness, they know that we are being marginalized, the people, the population, but they, being the privileged few that is from the master's table. Now, as long as it's the population, no seaports in our land, whereas we have natural seas, it doesn't matter to them, because they can bring their containers and export anything they want to do. And as long as the target is a senator or governor, so and so, Governor Kanu, no person, no inspection, no, the containers will arrive in Lagos and it will be brought down to his father's land in Abia without no problem. Military will convey direct to him. He don't have to, no harassment, nothing. I don't know whether people understand me. So they allow this to go. It doesn't matter, millions of Biafrans that are being subjugated into penury. That is not their problem. So okay, as long as there's a unity of Nigeria, it's okay. We can be marginalized through education. Whereas zoning, okay. You people, it doesn't matter, you have the best, but even if you have 200 over 200, yeah, people, as long as your quota is filled up, you allow others that are mediocrity, that have only 2 points over 200, they will go. So we reject others from your side. They look at it and say, okay, it doesn't concern us, the political class. We are privileged. Our children, we can send them anyhow to abroad. Our children, we have privileged children. Even if they want to go to school, they are in the zoo. No problem, because they will say, he's the son of Ojo Zokalo, he's the son of a so politician, he's the son of a governor of Imo, Anambra. So they'll give him the privilege. But you can do whatever you like to the people, the millions of population. It goes with us, no problem. Do it zoning, no problem, it doesn't matter. They allow it to go. They are not suffering it, but we, the people, are suffering it. So they allow it, it doesn't concern them. Please continue listening. Please, I beg you. It's very important. I say I will repeat this thing and I will elaborate on it more and more. Listen.
As his candidate, the Igbos voted massively for APC. Even in 2019 presidential elections, our people voted massively for both APC and PDP. We know that Buhari was a candidate of APC and Atiku Abubakar was a candidate of PDP. Two of them are Northerners. We voted for them because we believed that it was the turn of the North. Nigeria cannot afford to be changing the goal post at the middle of the game because of its unimaginable social, economic, and political consequences. If Nigeria has been adhering strictly to zoning arrangement as contained in section 14 subsection 3, when it is time for jam, Nigerians will adhere to it.
Are you listening? In time for jam, the Nigerians will adhere to it and they will agree. They don't rise up. They don't talk against it. They the Biafran politicians, because it doesn't concern their children. I don't know whether people read the deep meaning inside this. Therefore, it can go marginalize my people, no problem. Do you understand me? That is what it means. In time of jump, they know that what Nigeria is doing to us is not normal, but they pass it, no problem. Let us join one Nigeria. They force us, no problem. If we are shouting and crying that we are being marginalized, they say, it's the people, don't worry. It doesn't, as long as we, the political class, it didn't affect us. Our children, no problem. They give a privilege to our children. So all these things, all this their marginalization and zoning, it doesn't concern our children. So no problem. We're okay with it. Listen.
In the cutoff, they give different cutoff for candidates from all parts of the country. In GC, it is something.
It is now because this marginalization have reached the political class. They are no more given as promised. You know, as this thing it starts from the grassroots. You know, Fulani are the Caliphate is very, very, very shrewd. Whenever they are doing marginalizing, use you to kill your people, they will use you to marginalize your people, put you in a position, and they will be putting illusion in your presence. When they marginalize us through the cutoff mark and jump, if these people want to talk, they say, hey, remember, you want to answer, one of you should answer His Excellency, the President of Nigeria. Do you want to do that? Leave us, don't worry. They start from the grassroots eating. And the people, we are shouting, crying that, look, why are we being treated? The politicians say, no, for the sake of one Nigeria, don't worry. Let us continue. Because it doesn't concern them. It doesn't affect them directly. But all these things they know. Now, because they are being denied the privilege of being answering His Excellency, the President of Nigeria. That is why now they are starting from where we have been shouting, in order to rouse us, the public, the people, in order to make something we have been shouting and shouting and shouting. Our leader have been screaming his voice off, and they said, don't worry, no, these are miscreants talking. Why are they going back to that? Because now the marginalization have reached the political class. What they are being promised. they think that the Caliphate is a small boy in politics. They will first of all eat your heart. You know, there is this wood. When some insects, you will see a wooden door standing, but you don't know that insects, some type of maggots have eaten the wood so deep, so that only ordinary touching the wood, you see everything collapsing. That is what the Caliphate used to do. They will start by making you understand that it doesn't matter, just support everything they are zoning, including JAMB, including if our people are more qualified in getting a job, they will tell them, no, it's a zoning. You don't know it's zoning. When we shout, our political class will say, no, it doesn't matter. Don't worry, for the unity of Nigeria. Because it's not affecting them. Listen, please, let me go.
In recruitment into the public service,
you see? Something. So they know all these things. But when we complain, they say, no, it's a miscreants, the voice of miscreants. Oh, they are hoodlums talking, people, jobless people. But now they are pinpointing what our leader have been shouting for decades. What you are suffering. And they play down on it because it doesn't concern them. It doesn't touch them directly. I don't know whether people understand what I mean. I say I will repeat this with other clips that I will play, because I have no time today. I will repeat this. These people are evil. I'm telling you, they are selfishly, self-destructive. They are the most evil idiots I've ever seen. The politicians in our land. Do you know Ahmad Bello, yes, he fought, tried to, continue the conquering of Ottoman Danfodio against us. But I don't blame him, because he was fighting for his people. These idiots don't understand that you should start from grassroots. As long as you are a politician representing your people, you don't give anything out, because once you give away something against the interests of your people, they will ask more. They will come little by little, to the extent you yourself, they will deny you everything. That is what these Igbo politicians, they are the most stupid set of human beings I've ever seen. Selfishness and greed is eating them like maggots. You understand? Otto. Now they didn't know that what Ahmad Bello did right from independence, it started by saying northernization agenda, representing his people. He will not agree on anything that is against his own people, no matter how mundane it is. He said no. On the national level, he will stand up and say no. Do you understand? But lo and behold, these idiots, these very cheap Neanderthals, as long as it doesn't concern them directly, their children doesn't suffer it, the Caliphate will tell them, you people, you are privileged, your children doesn't bring all, even your relatives, niece and nephews, and don't worry, we'll put for the interest of Nigeria, unity of Nigeria, and they will agree. Okay, they don't know that they are digging their own grave. Do you understand? They know all these things we have been crying. Our leader in 2017 gave our governors a list. He said, okay, if you want me to tune down what we are doing, please go to Abuja and get us something. And instead of trying, they plan to kill him. They didn't know that it will reach to an extent. All those promises the Caliphate gave to them, that look, you will be, but 2023 is your turn. They will, once they succeeded in making you agree on marginalization of your people without resistance. The other time, Nigeria borrowed 27 or 22.7 or 27.2 billion dollars openly. Nigeria, they say that they nothing for the so-called Southeast. You understand? Nothing for Biafra land. That money is not going to be. And as long as they clamor that come and beg and kata, this small puppy. At the background, they call them and say, you people are not. So what are you talking? It's only your people that, you people are living in Abuja. Are you suffering? And they accepted and say, okay, they buried everything on the ground. They didn't know that they are digging their graves. These are, I say, our people, we are 0.00000% in politics. We don't know nothing. It's only our leader that understands. Politics is local. Don't you understand that? Before you can get to the level, you have to start with your people first. Defending the interests of your people, from their others. It's just like, as I used to say, when you plant a corn, for example, the corn will first of all go down, roots, build the roots. It will the root will go down first. You will not see anything. No. Once you start seeing the leaf, the two leaves rising up, or one leaf rising up, you have seen it. Know that the root is okay now, so that they can absorb. You have to go back to the grassroots. That is what these primitive Neanderthals don't understand. Now they are crying, and we are happy, and we say, they have not. It's now they understand that if you don't give us a presidential allocation, so that we answer the presidency, we answer His Excellency. His Excellency only ceremonial president like Azikiwe, without no single power. Only a figurehead. It doesn't matter. So that they will use it to convince the whole population that, oh, we are not marginalized. Whereas they understand many things that are going on the ground. Do you see that stupidity? The same way Goodluck Jonathan was in office for 6 years as a president. What did he achieve? What will his people, do okay? What did they gain? Did they make them from not drinking from the water they put on? Please let me play this thing very fast. Listen.
Promotion, the same thing. Even in party political offices, they accept zoning principle. But when it comes to presidency now, every person is saying that competence. They are yet to tell us the criteria they use for that competence. Because if competence is by merit, the Igbos will have it first. But
you are clapping. You are clapping. Do you know that if Philip Emma, I know I've been saying this, if Philip Emma Agwale was to be in Nigeria, or he wouldn't have discovered anything, because all his discoveries will be sidelined and destroyed. As long as he's an Igbo man, he's a Biafran. And he will have shop in Ochanja. Maybe by now, either one Nigerian Fulani military officer would have shot him dead one time. The same way they shot one person in they used to shoot our people in Alaba International Market. Have you forgotten? Maybe able na pa engine block na engine block na ala and na a trader. For not paying bribe one time, Fulani military officer will just shoot him dead and nothing. This is how we lose our people every day. People that should be scientists. These idiots that we call political elites in our land, they allow all these things to go because it doesn't touch them directly. Because they are being promised one day you become one of you become a president. Don't you understand? So allow us. We build a dry dock in Kanu, and they say no problem. Whereas we have been shouting in our land, nothing, no problem, because they can import whatever they want without molestation. But the population is suffering, and they feel that okay, they will eat their cake and have it. Fulani, let me tell them, the Caliphate, if you know what is good for you, because the atrocities you have committed against us is enormous. We are suicidal. Let me tell you. If you ever give this presidency, the Igbo presidency, before God and man, we know what to do. He must declare Biafra. It doesn't matter. He must declare. So it's better you don't even contemplate it. You don't even so that many now mohu or now ma onye, so that all of us will be suffering. Are we people that merit jobs that are not given? The population will be suffering. The politicians will be starved of what they cherish most, to be called His Excellency. They also will understand what is marginalization firsthand. Do you understand?
The Igbos go outside Nigeria. You see what the Igbos are doing. So when we come to Nigeria,
why did we go outside Nigeria? Go outside Nigeria and see what the Igbos are doing. But none of them ever clamored and fought against this marginalization. Instead, they made us run away, go be shining outside. When you talk, they say no, it's IPOB are miscreants. Now on the Menehananya home. It doesn't look, the Fulani, I said they are very trickish. They can give Amechi the praise. I'm telling you. Now Amechi or any person, any Igbo that is not from, very stupid calculation. Any Igbo that is not from Southeast, they can give to him. In order to kata pronkoto or hungry lions, it doesn't matter. You give Amechi. Amechi is an Igbo man. We know what to do. It's not the time the civil good luck Jonathan was there. Look, now we are more than suicidal. We will make sure that the person declare Biafra. So it's better if you want to hold the power, let the power remain in the north. Hold it there. Let the marginalization reach everywhere so that they experience it. They test it. Because before, if we are shouting, oh, I have the first time I took jump, I had 119. And my result of, I couldn't anyway. If I go there, they say my result, they cannot see anything. They gave me a course I didn't want. We are at the course I merited. I said that was the time I started knowing that look, there is something wrong. I'm telling you honestly. There is something wrong. We don't belong here. I had it right from time. These people, it is now they are waking from sleep because the marginalization have reached their illusion they used in holding them since after the war. Don't worry, work hard to be the tribe. You know, there's a way the Caliphate, the Fulani used to call it. You know, be the tribalized Nigerian. And the person with on our Kalika bringing soldiers to kill his own people. And the Caliphate is laughing secretly. Say, look at the Ndara. Once they finish making this enmity between you and your people, you get nothing. That is what these people are suffering. Let me finish it.
People are telling us competence. How do they determine the criteria for competence? By 2023, North West, we have ruled Nigeria for 23 years. North East, 6 years. North Central, 18 years. Totaling 47 years. Out of 63 years of Nigeria as a sovereign country. The Southwest has ruled Nigeria for 12 years, South has 6 years, and Southeast only 6 months. Our revered elder statesman Chief Ike Clark, leader of Pandef and Southern Middle Belt, has reminded Nigerians that at the independence in 1960, Nigeria was established on a tripod of Eastern region, Northern region, and Western region. But one of the legs, that is Eastern region, was broken by the Civil War. And since then, things have no longer been at ease, as the Igbos of Eastern region have been terribly marginalized.
Okay.
In the country scheme of affairs.
Now they understand it. Oh, it's now the understanding. We have been marginalized. And they did nothing concerning it. Millions of people have been shouting, screaming. Instead, the solution they give, go outside, everybody go and hustle for your life. It is now that the thing downs on them because they want to just answer His Excellency, the President of Nigeria, to be going on presidential jet. Not to have enemy, just only that, you know, just to enrich themselves and their few cronies, nothing more. Because the Ipob presidency will never profit us. Do you understand? Nothing. Only to make sure, you know, you see the satisfaction many of our people had during good luck Jonathan time. Nothing happened, no profit. The same suffering, the same marginalization. But when you remember that, oh, it's a good luck, a belly general. Oh, it's my brother. Only. Is it not stupidity? For goodness sake. Only. Now you become satisfied and you'll be enduring your suffering. At least it's my brother on top. How do we equate this? This is stupidity in the highest level. Let me finish it because in the next
despite the Jaragowan administration declaration of no victor, no vanquished. In the light of the above brief explanations, the Igbo elders want Nigerians and the whole world to note that the existence of Nigeria as a corporate entity may be seriously threatened by any attempt to deny Southeast the opportunity to produce the next president in 2023.
Ndiara.
We are totally against, in whatever guise and eloquence, the idea of another northerner succeeding General Buhari, because it is a direct invitation for the aggravation of crisis, conflicts, separatist demands by various sections of the country, among other unimaginable threats. They
are threatening fire and brimstone because it touches them directly. Oh, Chukwokike. Oh, I'm laughing in Spanish, honestly. On our Tom, let them have a taste of the pudding. Let them have that taste, which you have been shouting. You see our people hustling. You know, when you put your container arriving there, they will use one thing or the other to seize it. And no politician, it doesn't concern them because they don't seize their own. This is payback time. This is we need to fight this fight. Oh, the Igbo politicians versus the population. If you are stupid, you will be carried away by sentiment. Oh, Nyenkai. Go and speak your whole grammar. Look at. Have you forgotten when Channels Television interviewed? Is it the head of road safety, who doesn't even know what is a website? They don't even know the meaning of website. Mediocrity. People that they just on print. They don't mediocrity. These people allowed it just for them to reach the presidency. You know, following their masters in the game, political game. They must be showing you illusion and be using you. Always they will be reminding you of that illusion. The same way they use Gowon with the illusion of one Nigeria, and now Gowon he can see, but he cannot talk. They are killing his own people, but he cannot talk. Let us learn from our enemies. Do you understand me? We should learn from our enemies. These people are the most stupid. For you to succeed, for you to get something really in a place like that so-called Nigeria, you will start from the grassroots. Anything against your people, you say no. Even if they let them promise you tomorrow you'll be say no. You know, how can you be doing quota system, zoning on intellectuality, zoning on meritocracy? You say no. You know, this thing is finished, so you go and bring a buffoon put in that position, and we the people, we will shout. No person talks for us. Look at what happened in Kanu, the bomb blast, the suicide bombing. How many Igbo serving governors and the politicians came out to threaten, as the Fulani, the Caliphate used to do, and hold them responsible? No. Once their slave master, one of their people are being killed by their own people also, you see them shivering. You get nothing. Let me repeat this to the Caliphate. If you venture give any Igbo presidency, we know what to do to force him. We know what to do to force him to declare Biafra. So it is to your best interest. Keep that your presidency, hold it. Give it to even somebody worse than the impostor. It's good for we are okay with it, no problem. Let me finish it.
The existence of Nigeria will be seriously threatened because some Nigerians, out of selfish end, are changing the goalposts at the middle of the game, and it's unacceptable to us. It has come to our notice that some of our sons and daughters, Igbo sons and daughters, are colluding shamelessly with some unreasonable and dishonest Nigerians to sabotage our collective efforts to produce the next president of Nigeria or Southeast Extraction. For the avoidance of doubt, the Igbo Elder Consultative Forum will not only pursue to a logical conclusion the sanctions of these shameless renegades and bootlickers, who are said to be running mates to any presidential candidate not from South, as well as those who are working hard to sabotage our efforts. They are masquerading as coordinators and promoters of presidential aspirants outside the Southeast zone. We shall also curse them and their families publicly.
Oh, yeah.
They need to ask questions. What happened to those who tried to do it in the First Republic? Go and check their families today. They were cursed for betraying the Igbos. These people who are going
this shameless man that is speaking, we have been cursing all of you, and this is the end game, the result. You can't get nothing. Our leader said, go and serve Nigeria and come back with shame. That's the reality. So you think that after selling the whole people, our people selling us for your political interest, now at the end the Caliphate will give you president to go and enjoy. You go and steal money because there is nothing again to do there. I'll go to there to do. It's just to go and answer His Excellency, loot money with your cronies. That's it. And even we enter into more subjugation. You people are jokers. You are jokers. That is the way to conclude it.
Shamelessly calling themselves coordinators, these Igbos will not leave them. Will pursue the sanction, and the elders will curse them publicly. Let them be warned. We want to appeal to other Nigerians to join Chief Ike Clark, Chief Ayadebanjo, Dr. Pogus, among other patrons, to ensure that all political parties zone president to the Southeast, not just for the sake of justice, equity and fairness, but also for the stability, progress, unity and survival of Nigeria as a corporate entity. We encourage the presidential aspirant from the Southeast to remain resolute, persistent, focused, painstaking, and close ranks until victory is assured. Igbo elders are with you and are prepared to work with you in liaison with Ohanese worldwide and other patriotic Nigerians to ensure that the right thing is done, and that the right thing is the emergence of a Nigerian president of Southeast extraction in 2023.
Dreamer.
We won't take anything less than
in
this.
cloud,
We don't want any running mate.
That is the reality of
we are demanding this, and we will explain to you.
Call elders.
The
thing is touching them. That their dream, the illusion they have been deceived of, they are losing it. They are now understanding the reality. I say, I trust the Caliphate. They can never make that mistake of giving any Igbo man say president. It doesn't matter whether it's Igbo from Benue or Kogi. It doesn't matter whether it's Igbo man from Bayelsa or Cross River or any part of Biafra land. As far as he's an Igbo man, if you give him, we know what to do. You understand? And he will declare Biafra. It's a promise. So you better keep your presidency. Let everybody be suffering. You understand? Let everybody be suffering is the best. I think I have, I will go on, please, on few minutes break in order to bring in our deputy and his group, the representatives of the Americas. Please, I have to crave your this topic. I will preach it in this coming day so that you understand, so that I will take calls also. People will express their opinion on this. I will expatiate it the more and the more. Please don't go away. Please don't go away. I'll be right back.
Announcement. Here comes a great gathering of the people from the West African region. Ambazonia, Biafra, Oduduwa. living across the entire globe, the entire world, coming from different parts of all the continents of the world to Brussels, Belgium, to march in great mass and in great multitude. All hail Biafra! Long live Ambazonia! Freedom for Oduduwa Republic! United we stand and shall never fall. With one vision and joint strength, the land of Belgium will feel the heat of this particular set of people from West Africa in 1 million freedom march in Brussels, Belgium. On the 14th and 15th of June 2022 at the European Union headquarters in Brussels. Together we shall march in strength and in valor, without fear nor weakness, the march of freedom, for total freedom. By the freedom fighters, we shall come to face the reality of truth about the fact that one of the steps to freedom is to restore our government the way our ancestors made it, and not the way our colonial masters decided it to be. With this move, we shall let the world know from the land of Brussels, Belgium, that there must be freedom for the people of Ambazonia, the people of Biafra, and the people of Oduduwa. The march by the Abo people, Ambazonia, Biafra, and Oduduwa. As an Ambazonian, as a Biafran, as an Oduduwa, who truly needs freedom for your sake and for the sake of your future generations, you must defy all odds. Make your way to the land of Brussels from any part of the world. Coming to Brussels, Belgium, to march together with the indigenous people of your land. Your brothers, your sisters, your fathers, your mothers, and your entire people, to send a unified message to the world that all we need is true freedom and total independence. If there is no struggle, there will be no freedom. This information is coming to you from the Office of All State Media worldwide, under the leadership of Ipob, led by Mazi Nnamdi.
Once again, I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition of Radio Biafra Hausa-Service, coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, and without wasting or taking any more time, I will hand over the platform to our Deputy Head of the Directorate of States, Mazi Nzurumike. Mazi, please, over to you.
Thank you so much, Mazi. I hope I'm coming up clear.
You are, but I don't know, or your voice is sounding a kind of fainty. Please.
Really?
Yes. If you are using earpiece, you remove it. I don't know.
I am not. Let me see what.
Yeah, it's okay. I think it's okay. Go on.
Is it okay right now?
Yeah, it's better. Go on.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. Yes, my name is Chukwuemeka Nzurumike, and by the grace of Chukwuka Biama, I do serve these very seraphic, great people of Biafra and movement by extension as the Deputy Head of the Directorate of State, and also by extension the Coordinator of Coordinators. Good evening, Biafrans, fellow comrades and advocates for freedom. It is our priority this very evening that on this day of our Lord, the 28th May 2022, we once again converge round on this very hallowed pulpit of worship called Radio Biafra London, where truth is echoed and our enemies equally shredded. Well, before I proceed, may I also, as usual and by way of tradition, call upon Chukwuka Biam to take control of this very evening, and above all, of course, to protect Biafrans wherever they may be. May he keep and protect our leader, great leader, Nnamdi Kanu, while processing his imminent release on behalf of millions of Biafrans yelling for freedom, just like Moses, as you know, was not dispensable. Our leaders' indispensability remains real, as you all know. Fellow Biafrans, I am here, of course, with great servants of honor who are here to address Biafrans. And in this very regard, we do have on board Mazi Collins Ogoke. He's been a very good job in Canada. He is the national coordinator of Canada. We do have Mazi Chijoke, who is taking the responsibility on behalf of Biafrans worldwide, the United States of America, in the Pacific, Mazi. And then we do have Mazi Memado Samson of United States of America taking care of the Central of United States of America. By the next fall, and by the grace of Chukwuka Biam, we shall be joined by 2 new regional coordinators of the United States as time goes on, hopefully. Meanwhile, we also have, last but not the least, by the way, a great woman of honor, I must tell you, representing South America as the deputy continental rep of South America in the person of Sister Ngozi Eziibe. We are very proud of what she's doing with Mazi Nachi, who happens to be the continental rep. Well, as at this juncture, before I will bring them in, I have a couple of things to say. As at this very juncture, of course, and as at this very moment, there have been unprecedented scale of events and battle raging, from media attacks by Britain and the contraption, all to infiltrating by their infantry of blackmailers and masters of incendiary. As you all know, coupled with distractions. But lo and behold, this very IPOB has triumphed and crushed them, as you all can testify. You know, that aforementioned battle, as I mentioned, definitely having upper hand against this very, very infantry of destructions. We have overcome, yes. We must continue, I must say though, to resist the ongoing crimes against humanity and subdue our enemies in their efforts to obliterate Biafrans from the face of this very earth, as we are currently experiencing. Killings here and there, bloodshed and spilling of our blood everywhere. Unfortunately, there are a couple of deadly groups we all know that have been identified. We know the top of them all is the so-called Zoo military, whose infantry brigade are 100% made up of the killer Boko Haram members. We know the number 2 of that category are the infantry brigade of Miyetti Allah terrorist group called Fulani Herdsmen. Our land is under siege by these people. We unfortunately also know of one other group. The most recent ones appear to be a mixture of political thugs and foot soldiers of the maniac living in Finland, slaughtering and attacking poor, helpless fellow citizens without a look back, with an unprecedented heavy-handedness in most cases, as we have recorded. Attaching IPOB to their so-called deplorable autopilot, we have warned times without number that this very evil group must refrain from attaching IPOB or Biafra, or using even the name of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, behind their atrocious endeavors. IPOB has no prefix, nor do we have any suffix on our names. IPOB is nothing but IPOB. Any other nomenclature is not IPOB. And I hope this clear message does go to these very hoodlums. These very misguided buffoons must get this very message. We are running out of time. We are warning them to stop this nonsense they are doing on our ground. We love human beings. We are human beings, and we call our own people mother, as our leader taught us, and as we all understand it very clearly. The beauty of life, mother, and that is why we have the word mother. That's what we call human beings, and that is why we always refrain from letting blood shed or spilling the blood of our own. So this warning must go to this very group, whatever they call themselves. They must delete IPOB from their lips and from their deplorable nomenclature. So you must have yourself to blame in case of anything. You must have yourself to blame as part of senseless violence against our people you are conducting or embarking upon. I hope this very warning must sink into those perpetrators and hopefully down to their belly. We are aware that not less than 1 million Biafrans so far we know have been killed by the Fulani Caliphate and the subsequent governments of the Fulani Caliphate of the zoo called Nigeria. Since after the world most genocidal war on record. They have done this through sporadic Islamic uprising, mostly in the north, and of course during other events. Through deliberate policies of exclusions and marginalization, Today, just today, the terror group Mieti Allah is calling on their cabal in Aso to once again rise against IPOB. This was carried by Daily Times, or Daily Post as they call it. With all keen interest, we have read what they posted, and we are saying, with all the evidence and atrocious, things committed by the terrorist men, IPOB is where they point their fingers, because they know our resilience and formidability, of course. But we are peaceful people, but always stand tall against our collective enemies, and that is what we'll continue to do. And therefore, that reminds me of the famous quote by Thomas Jefferson, because these people must know why we're doing what we're doing. He said, "We hold this truth to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness," unquote. We are letting our enemies to understand that we are looking for nothing from their own position than what Thomas Jefferson did say once in history time. And exactly on this very premise, we shall overcome. To some of those misguided individuals, we say, especially the organizations that I spotted last time called CAN. CAN has been a very big disgrace in the whole world, not only in the contraption called Nigeria. The CAN has been around, I don't know for how many decades, overseeing the depleting of Christian population of Nigeria, overseeing the killing of their own clergy, overseeing the killing of their churchgoers, and this toothless very body cannot say anything. Completely toothless. The Fulani terrorists continue to slaughter Christians because of your toothless and ineptitude to confronting the real threat against the Christian population, by the way, who are predominantly Biafrans. We are, and we have been also in our hundreds, in fact, hundreds of thousands, since after the war, which everybody knows going on record. And you so-called can have this your Kumuyi, caught severally dining with Aso without any attempt to condemn all the Fulani attacks and atrocities against your own, against our people, or because you all hide in your cocoons, the enemies feel emboldened to keep on slaughtering and killing in perpetuity. And that is why we do make bold today as IPOB and stress that this very so-called CAN, does not have any legitimacy in condemning decisions made by this very seraphic movement called Indigenous People of Biafra. And of course, without any equivocation, we remain the sole mouthpiece and representative of our people, whom we cannot come to victims of Fulani violence to call for their money in the name of crusade, when he can't simply also call for a stop of attacks against same victims. No, we won't take it. We won't take it lock, stock, and barrel. And that is why we must continue to resist. Kumuyi must stay back. Our people have been going through an excruciating economic strangulation since after the genocidal war, as everybody can testify. The idea that he tries to come and make further money on our people must be repudiated, of course, by by all and sundry and every Dick and Harry. Very, very important that we don't allow these criminals to come to our land in the name of pastorship and crusade. That is the position of IPOB, and we'll continue to maintain that. And at this juncture, of course, we, the indigenous people of Biafra, will continue to echo it louder that all Biafrans living in the northern part of the zoo contraption called Nigeria must depart from there going forward. The very deadly plans of the Fulani have been made open quite many years now. The program has been going steadily but gradually. And we are calling upon our people, and we must not stop calling upon them. Some are very, very stubborn, and when one is stubborn, the members of the family living with them are likely to suffer this very carnage, and that is not what we're looking for. And that is why we continue to insist on calling upon our people to please return home. Return home and focus on livelihood in Biafra land, where we all can survey together, build together, and flourish together. You must have to come home, and of course bearing in mind that we shall conquer, of course. What is happening is unacceptable to our people. That is why we are here to assure Biafrans across the spectrum. Those of you in Biafra land, do not be very wary. Do not lose hope. We are speaking to you on behalf of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, that at the end of the day, we must continue to remain very, very strong, continue to persevere, continue to live with that very hope that at the day we shall overcome once again. Do not also be fearful of anything, but you must guard yourselves. You must protect yourselves at all times and at all places you find yourself. The times are very perilous and precarious, and that is why you must at any point in time be very, very much cautious about your environs and always raise the very needed sign of any alarm. At any point in time, there is a caveat in your observation within your place of abode, within your habitat. You must raise alarm. Of course, you must also seek for protection. When we say protection, as we have always said, we are peaceful, but you must protect yourself. You must defend yourself. Whenever necessary, you must defend yourself. Nobody is taking it away from us. That is a policy of humanity. Mazi, at this juncture, I would like to call in, of course, some of our officers to come in and address our people, and I will come back later once again. If you permit me, I will begin to go by what I have on my screen. Mazi Ememando, I hope you are free. Your microphone is also open. Please, are you ready to take up the microphone, Mazi? Mazi Ememando, please, you can take up the microphone and address our people very shortly.
Thank you, Deputy. Am I coming out clear?
You are coming out clear, Mazi. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. Good afternoon, great Biafrans, lovers of freedom, friends of Biafra. My name is Pope Samson Ememando I, and by the mercies of the Lord, I am the Central Regional Coordinator of IPOB in the USA, as well as now overseeing the eastern region on an interim basis. Thank you, Deputy. We are calling on our people all over the world to remain strong, remain resolute. You've said it all, you've touched on a number of things. We've seen the things going on in the zoo. We've seen all the barbaric acts of the Fulani Janjaweed. And the hopeless politicians in the zoo don't talk about this. The international community pretend not to know what's going on. A young Christian woman was slaughtered, was killed, stoned to death, in a part of the northern states in the zoo. And the Christian Association of Nigeria, we've not seen them protest. We've not seen them come up with a strong statement. They have not. They've literally sold out to the Janjaweed. These are the people who call themselves Christians. These are the people who call themselves religious leaders. They love titles. They go by various titles. General Overseer, Reverend Fathers, Bishops, Archbishops, all manner of names. Daddy G.O. These people keep whining and dining with the devil. That is why Biafrans need to pay attention. Read between the lines. These are all sons and daughters of perdition. Somebody who is called by the name of the Lord, anyone who claims to be the servant of the Lord. You see evil going on, keep quiet, you're mute, you don't talk about it. What then? Your interest is only collecting tithes and offerings, pauperizing the masses. Your people are being slain all over the country, you don't say anything about it. So how do we even blame the international community if they don't speak? Because those who are there in the zoo as religious leaders, as politicians, they sweep all of these atrocities in the carpet. They act like nothing, it doesn't matter. All that matters to them is politics, voting. 2023. Who succeeds the useless cabal? You see, the problem of the zoo is that the chicken have come home to roost. Obo Eyana say Ihindi Igbo zoo. I remember when Jonathan Goodluck, was the president. They literally robbed him of the presidency because they thought the only reason they kicked out Jonathan was because Jonathan came in and for the first time he tried to do what is right. If Jonathan followed the established pattern in the zoo, which was subjugating the Igbo, every policy must be against Ndi Igbo. Deal with them ruthlessly. Openly show hatred against them. Oh, believe you me, Jonathan will have, he will have completed his second tenure. The ticket will have been sure. But because this man came in and it was like, okay, he tried to fix the zoo for the first time. Tried to carry everybody along. Everyone, even he did more for the Janjaweed than he did for his people. Yet they didn't appreciate that. That's a lesson. It's an eye opener for all the politicians in Biafra land. Our leader have always told us, I've always, told them that serve the Janjaweed and go back home in shame. And we've been seeing what is happening. Look at the useless Igbo politicians who love to kill their own people, slaughter their people for the zoo, for the Janjaweed, just for a to be given a ticket, not even as the president, but a vice presidential slot. That's what all of them are scrambling for. Very shameless individuals. Very shameless. It's ridiculous. The people we call politicians. We've never had it this bad in our history. Very shameless people. Very unfortunate. Look at Rochas Okrocha. In spite of all he did for the Janjaweed, they've disgraced him. And this is the fate that awaits the rest of them. That Polish so-called David Umahi and you useless Uzodinjo, your time is coming. You know, you think you're working for the Janjaweed. The Janjaweed don't appreciate you. These people are not human beings. These are rabid, useless, religious irredentists, terrorists that the whole world knows about. But because of the wickedness of Britain and her allies, they turn the other way. But you know, Mazi, like I've always been saying, human beings, for the sake of Biafra, I think human beings are going to come to know, to realize again that the Lord exists, that there is a power that is above all powers. Because all of these people who have allocated powers to themselves, call themselves all manner of things, superpower and all that, we've seen that they are all hypocrites. They pretend to be just. They pretend to stand for the truth. But the Biafran issue is sticking out. It's sticking out. It's embarrassing all of them. You know, they wish it never happened. It's out there staring them in the face. There was a time we here in the United States, in conjunction with the lobbyists, that we hired at the time, we consulted with all the senators, Congress people in America. We talked to them. We talked about Biafra. Told them what is going on in Biafra land. Told them about the genocide. Of course they know. I remember one of them that I spoke with told me, yes, that he knows about the Biafran issue. But what are they doing about it? Absolutely nothing. Because of who we are. The world needs our resources, but not us. They have to steal our resources. And we have to die. Because the Lord has blessed us. Biafrans all over the world, it's time for us to really stand firm. It's time for us to stand firm and face the reality. All of these politicians in Biafra land, it is time for you all to realize that we are no longer interested in the zoo politics. We are not interested. All we want now is for you all to release our leader, an innocent man that committed no crime known to law. You all ganged up and illegally kidnapped him and renditioned him to the zoo. It is time for you all to join forces and release our leader unconditionally. Because he's committed no crime. Shame on you all. First of all, in 2017, the hopeless government in the zoo, when he was, doing his bail, serving his bail conditions, they went to his house, tried to kill him, attempted to kill him, killed a lot of people in the process. They had jet fighters hovering over the air, armored vehicles all over the place. A warlike scenario just for one citizen. The Biafran politicians, we are saying to you, it is time that you all raise up to the reality on ground that we are no longer interested in the zoo politics. No voting in Biafra land. All we want is a referendum. We are done with the zoo. I want to encourage our members here in the United States to remain strong, remain resolute, remain steadfast, We remain IPOB, one family, under our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, under our HOD, Mazi Doziem. We must remain strong and follow the chain of command. You're either in or out. We don't want any more distraction. If you think you're too big to follow the chain of command, if you think you are larger than life, whatever you think about yourself or consider yourself to be, if you don't think you can follow under the chain of command, then you stand aside. IPOB is a moving train. We don't want these distractions anymore. We're calling our members to please listen to our leaders, listen to your coordinators, follow instructions as they come out. If you have any reason, whatever issues you have, talk to your coordinator, and then he will consult with whoever is above him, and that's the way it goes. Mazi, I'll leave it here for now. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much and well spoken. Thank you very much. That was Mazi Nnamdi, representing IPOB Central and in interim the Eastern Coast. I'm going to usher in our sister, the Deputy Continental Rep of South America, Ngozi Ezibe. Please, our sister, come in and take the microphone. You are welcome on this very hallowed microphone. Thank you very much. Move ahead, please.
Ndewo, Mazi, our Deputy HOD. I don't know if I'm coming out clear.
Yes, you are. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon from here, all Biafrans. Good evening, good morning, depending on where you are listening from. My name still remains Ngozi Ezibe. I'm in South America. By the special grace of God, I serve this noble family, IPOB, as the Deputy Continental Rep. I thank all my fellow comrades that have spoken. I want to use this opportunity to talk to our people, and I also want to thank all our Biafran brethren and sisters that are in Biafra land. I must have to thank all of you very much for your compliance to all the instructions coming out from our leaders in the Directorate of State. Irrespective of all the distractions from the infiltrators, distractors from the enemy of freedom, distractors from jealous people, you people are still listening to the Directorate of State, where we hinge our struggle. I want to thank you all for your resoluteness. I want to thank you all for your formidableness and your fearfulness. I want to make it clear to the Janjaweed Caliphate that whether they like it or not, they must release our leader unconditionally. Our leader is a prisoner of conscience. They want to eliminate him, but by the special grace of Chukwokika, they cannot do it. Now we are in new era. We are not in 1967, where they want to shut everybody's mouth and do whatever they think. But thank God for the technology that is making us to speak loud, and the world are hearing us, irrespective of the fact that they don't want to listen because they want to see all of us eliminated. But I bet them we will not say die, we will not die, and also we will stop until we get our freedom. Our leader must be released to us because he has committed no crime. They renditioned him. They think that's all they can do. The Caliphate, they keep on committing atrocities, killing people here and there. They are not tired of wasting blood of innocent people. We are Biafrans. We are not going to take it from them. We are the indigenous people. Whatever they like, they can do, but they cannot come to our land to take our land. I'm also passing a special message and a special thanks to our formidable ESN that is guiding our land. May God see you through, and may Chukwukika see you all through. I want to make it categorically clear that we are not stopping until referendum is given to the people of Biafra. They know the right thing to do, but they don't want to do it. They are moving here and there, contracting different medias to speak lies against the indigenous people. But the truth must be told. Like our leader always tells us, we are going to tell our story. No man can tell our story for us. And that's exactly what we are doing. I thank all the media warriors for all the fight, ranging from the Twitter, from Facebook, Instagram, and all the medias. I want to thank you all because it's not easy. Nobody can shut our mouth. We must actually speak it out the way it is. We are being sustained because we speak the truth. We are sustained because we are doing the right thing. Otherwise, they would have eliminated all of us. They connive with our greedy politicians in Biafra land to eliminate all of us. Opus your danger. Your days are numbered because you killed us in millions. Little Hitler, let me remind you again of the atrocity you committed at Iguacha, killing on our people. Now you are painting yourself after drinking in Purumiri. You come to the media and start talking nonsense. We will not forget. Remember, the blood of innocent Biafrans are flowing every corner where they are being killed. What did they do? They didn't do nothing. You evil politicians in Biafra land, how dare you to eliminate all your people because of what? The money you are going to leave when you die. What is the reason behind your killing your people? You people kill our people and you see blood being wasted here and there. Cannot call the army to order. To have the power to send the army to all the places in Biafra land to remove all our youths. Your days are numbered. You cannot be there forever. We are waiting for you to finish your tenure because you committed so much atrocities that you allowed our youth to be wasted every corner. We are not going to forget. Chukwukika is going to destroy all of you, evil politicians. And let me remind you, all these evil politicians, take us away from all your evil politics in Biafra land. We are Biafrans. We are soliciting for our freedom. We are propagating that we be given a referendum. And that's all we are asking. We are not asking so much. If after referendum, we did not get Biafra, that is a different thing. But give us referendum. Let's know how many of us want Biafra. Obviously, you people cannot join hands to give us freedom. All you want to do is to destroy us with your Janjaweed and Caliphate. You cannot destroy us because it has been ordained and it has been written that Biafra must be free. We must be free, whether you like it or not. I tell you, you cannot do anything again because this is 21st century and things have turned a different level. I want to use this opportunity to talk about the infiltrators. What do you benefit? Castigating the freedom of your people. What do you benefit? Speaking against the people that stand to make this noble cause a successful one. What do you get? What is happening in your midst now? Any building that does not have a good foundation must surely come down. What is your foundation? You don't have any foundation. That is why you are crumbling so fast. So fast. How long ago you just started? You think that you can take over everything? It's not possible. Because we are formidable, because we present IPOB and Biafrans jealously, no man can destroy us. Yes, you can try. Our leader rightly said, yes, they will come in and kill us. We're also going to kill them, but at the end, Biafra must come. All you saboteurs, I'm so sorry to talk about someone, the second in command of this struggle that fell apart. All he could achieve now is gossiping on social media against the struggle you have been protecting, against the struggle that you stood with. I didn't know what entered you. The devil really entered you. But let me tell you and let me assure you that with all your gossip, the Biafran people is not shaking. And I will tell you, you are destroying yourself so much. You're destroying yourself the more because you took an oath. And that oath will take you to your grave. I'm so sorry. Let me tell all the saboteurs, freedom is not given. Freedom is taken. I know that you people are sabotaging the struggle, but I want you to count how long we have gone. We still strong, we still stand tall. No shaking. If you people have succeeded in destroying the DOS, where will we be today? They will not be hearing our name any longer because we are going to be like a sheep without a shepherd. They renditioned our leader, and you people thought that yes, you have the power to come in. What our leader told us, stand still. Even if it takes you 100 years, you cannot penetrate IPOB. And that is the truth. Otherwise, all the atrocities you people committed, trying to destroy this noble cause, did not succeed. And I thank Chukwokika Biama for making it possible for the leadership to stand their ground and defend this noble cause. I raise my hand up for you people. I give a thumbs up for you people for standing all the propaganda, for standing all the destruction, for standing all the lies, the saboteurs. I thank God so much. We will remain formidable because we have taken an oath to defend this noble struggle. We are not going to be shaken. They are sending military into our land to come and eliminate the indigenous people. The House has allowed the infiltrators, the Fulanis, that they want to go and take over what does not belong to them. We are not going to allow that. We remain the indigenous people, and foreigners cannot come and rule in our land. We don't need freedom. Look at the way Nigeria has been reduced. Zoo is even better than Nigeria now, because animals, they are organized in their own kingdom, but everywhere is disorganized. Nobody knows what is happening. The man in Asorok that we do not know who he is, everybody kept quiet. Nobody's talking. I want to ask the zoo and the Caliphate, where is Mamandaura? That's the way he has gone. Nobody knew about him till today. What is happening? Nobody is asking questions. Nobody is reasoning. A lot of evil that is being committed and buried, and everybody keep quiet. It's so disheartening that even all our intellectuals, they are not talking of the evil that is going on in our land. The people that say they are intellectuals, they only think of money. Where will money lead you to? You eat the money and you die. That will be your end. Do not have anything to contribute to the society. Do not have anything to contribute to mankind. Otherwise, now millions of people are coming to go for presidency. You want to get more than 100 presidential candidates. It's so terrible. What are they scrambling for? Just the resources that is available in our land. They do not want anybody to benefit from the resources. They want to kill everybody they see so that they will be able to take their resources. It's so bad. How many will I talk? I don't know where to start, because many people have turned ignorant to what is going on. They don't want to come out and speak the truth. And so that the shame will be to the devil. They do not want. Everybody is gambling. Politicians, that's what they are talking about. Don't you think that if our land is good, everybody will benefit? Because they want to kill their brethren to go high. Kill your brethren to be in power. What will it benefit you? How long do you have to stay on earth? Want to take over our land so that our children will suffer when they grow up? We are not going to allow you. Biafra must be restored. All these politicians, continue with your evil. Your days are numbered. The other thing that is so bad and so disheartening is the attitude of Christians. The body of Christians, which is Kanu, that is not even speaking of. Even so many of them, so many of their priests, so many of their pastors are being massacred. They do not want to talk because of money. Look at the little girl that's burnt alive. What they could do is just to march the street. Nobody is speaking up. Nobody is talking. Everybody kept quiet, and evil is being committed. Call a spade, and shame will go to the devil. Everybody that is concealing evil, evil will follow you. All the evil you are committed because you want to obey people that have evil in their heart. There are people that they use killing as one of the things that they are using in their religious organization. But Christians, we disagree with that. Wasting life is evil. God do not want it. Even if you want to take your life, God do not permit you to take your life. And how can you be a Christian? You will not talk, you will not say anything, and you see people being burnt alive, and you see people being killed and massacred. You did not talk. When are we going to rise to our responsibilities? When are we going to talk? In the world, there are so many people that got their freedom. They got their freedom not by keeping quiet. They got their freedom by fighting. They got their freedom by speaking out. How can we be free when so many of those religious people are not talking? We revere them so much because we believe they are from God. But many of them is so disappointing what they are doing. And that is so bad. I want to also point out to our people, great Biafrans, do not forget, a cow meat has been banned in Biafra land. Let's see if we can sanitize our land, because this Janjaweed came in with their defied cow and is affecting so many people, knowingly and unknowingly. And our people do not want to know. They are eating defied cow. It's very abominable. We don't need to talk this much, but I want to encourage people in Biafra land. You people have to help us to make sure that the instruction given by our DOS stands. Keep away from all these defied cows. Let us know if Abiyama will come to our rescue, because a lot of things is going on. They have defied our culture. They have defied all the things that keep us as indigenous people. But by the special grace of Chukwokika Abiyama, we are going to come back successful. Biafrans, do not relent. I want all of you to keep on fighting. Freedom is not given. Freedom is taken. Keep up the good work. Don't be tired. We cannot be tired. We can only rest when we get Biafra. Also, I want to point out what is going on with the BBC. BBC, you are going to receive it hot because we are not going to allow you. We are not going to allow you to tell our story. We'll tell our story. You are not in Biafra land and you are carrying information. You go to different platforms and cook up lies against the indigenous people. Also, you are not even only doing that to the Biafrans. You have only been striving, you have only been thriving by telling lies. How long will you continue? It's not going to be long. We must get our freedom. If you stay on our way, we are moving train. If you stay on our way, you will be crushed. Any man, any woman that stay on the way to Biafra freedom will be crushed. I am promising you that. Chukwokika Abiyama help us, because it has been ordained that we are going to be free. We have committed no crime. People asking for their freedom is not a crime. People asking for their freedom, we did not offend no man, only that we said we want to be free. There are so many countries in the world that are free today. They did not fight to get their freedom. Why do you want to kill all of us? Because of our resources. You can have negotiations with us. If we get our country and we want to do business with you, we can do it. But you cannot come and kill us because you want to come and tap our resources. You don't want to give us our freedom because you want to keep us to be a slave. Cannot remain a slave. Things has changed in this century. And the present generation is not going to take it or permit it that you continue suppressing us. Anywhere you go, you suppress the people and take away their resources so that you can grow. Obviously, you cannot grow. I bet you. Only when you give us our freedom. Those of them that is suppressing us, they are not going to have rest until we get our freedom. If you continue to suppress Biafrans from getting their freedom or to be free, I bet you will not have rest all your life. You will be in bondage until Biafra is restored. Fellow comrades, I want to thank everybody for all the efforts you have been making to make sure that we get our freedom. We will not stop until we get it. Our leader, I believe, will be released soon. Whether the Caliphate like it or not, they can postpone all the judgment, they can postpone everything to indefinite, but I bet them they are holding our freedom and their hand will continue to be hot until they release our freedom. If they fail to do so, they are going to receive a hot from the Chukwukika Abiyama who will worship. Thank you everybody for listening. If I have the opportunity again, I will come out to speak to us. Thank you. God bless all. Chukwukika Abiyama gozie onye ọbụla. Dewonu.
Ndewo, Nwada Biafra, nwa Chineke. It is bubbling in South America. It is bubbling in the United States of America. It is also bubbling in Canada. These are very, very resolute servants of the people and they are delivering. Thank you so much. As I will move the microphone to Mazi Ogwoke, Chief Ogwoke, please go ahead. He is the national coordinator from Canada. Can you please go ahead if you've not spoken, please?
Good evening, my able Deputy HOD. I'm Mazi Collins Ogwoke, a principal servant in Canada. I thank each one of us and the multitude of Biafrans all over the world who are listening tonight. I welcome you all. Ndị Igbo na-asị onye si nwanne ekwutecha na ihe ọ na-ekwu ọ gaghị ama ikwu okwu. First of all, I will thank Chukwukika Abiyama who have made it possible that our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still alive and hearty today. Because the freedom of Biafra is ordained. Look at what is happening in Zoo.
Mazi's line is getting epileptic. I'm not sure. Mazi Ogwoke, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
His voice is coming out. Don't worry, his voice is coming out. Go on.
His system is having some troubles for some reasons. I'm not sure. Mazi Ogwoke, are you there? Mazi Collins Ogwoke, are you back?
Yes, I'm back.
Otherwise,
Can you hear me?
without any delay, he will come back and fall in line. I will go to Mazi. Baba Chijoke, go ahead.
Mazi, Deputy, please. His voice is coming out. His voice is coming out on air. You might as well check your own system, please. His voice is clear.
Yes, Mazi Chijoke is here. I don't know if you are hearing.
May I call the radio presenter to confirm if I'm coming out clear, to identify where the problem is coming from?
Yes.
Mazi Jonathan.
Yes, I'm here. The whole world is hearing you, hearing the voice of everybody. Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me, please? Confirm. Yes, okay, which means it's from our deputy, the deputy HOD, please. Because everybody's voice was coming out. But he's not hearing us. So the problem is from him.
Mazi Memado, can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Yes, yes. I don't know. Deputy.
We can hear you, but apparently you can't hear anybody.
We must continue. We must continue. I don't know. As everybody is hearing me, the whole world is hearing all, but I think our deputy, I don't know, it's from his system, I must say.
Yeah.
So the person that was speaking before can go on, please. You can go on.
Okay, that is Chief Ogoke from Canada, the National Coordinator from Canada.
Go on.
I'm back on air. What I was saying initially.
Yes, about you.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Go on,
yes,
Mazi. Okay, go on, go on.
Oh, yeah, you are hearing me, but oh, this is crazy. I don't know.
Mazi, I think it's better you log off and come back.
I hope that will not crash the whole thing. I think it's possible I can log off and come back, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Go off and come back, please.
All right?
Yes, go off and come back.
Okay. Let me do so. Thank you very much.
Oh, meanwhile, Mazi, okay, please go on, please.
Okay, as I was saying before the interruption, there's one thing very clear I want to make the public to be aware tonight, that the killing going on in Biafran land have nothing to do with IPOB or ESN. I want the whole world to be on notice. Again, ESN is inside the bush protecting the lives and property of Biafrans. No ESN is on the streets. So the idea of blackmailing ESN, that they are responsible for killing, beheading, burning of houses, is far from the truth. I want the whole world to be on notice. It is the mechanization of the DSS, the Janjaweed, the Fulani Caliphates in Nigeria to give a dog a bad name and have a reason to hang it. They have found a way to justify the tag of IPOB as a terrorist group. They cannot find it out. They have to use the prisoners in Biafra land, the prisoners all over Zoo, to mastermind the killing and turn it to IPOB and ESN. No Igbo man, no Biafran man can slaughter another person. What we see in the Boko Haram camp, Fulani Janjaweed camp, is where they can cut off head. That has never happened in Igbo land and will not. I want to put the whole world on notice that no Igbo man, no Biafran man can kill another person. It is not in our character. It is not in our blood. Moving on, Biafra referendum is unnegotiable. No matter how long they are going to keep our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in detention. One day they will definitely release him because he did nothing. He's an innocent man, and he said that he will use truth to bring down the zoo, and he has just done that. They can spend millions of dollars, they can spend millions of naira to go as far as Kenya to rendition him to Nigeria. But they cannot find out the killings going on in Nigeria. Look at what is happening, ravaging in all the states in northern Nigeria. It's good that the eye openers is all over the world seeing what is happening in Nigeria. All our issues raised by Onyendu before his rendition is in the open right now. They have no hiding place in Nigeria. The Ipob politicians who have connived with the Fulani to kill our youth. Rocha Sokorocha was part of the Southeast governors who had a meeting with the late Buhari to tag IPOB a terrorist group. It was very easy for them to rush and get court injunction. See what he's going through today. Part of the case going on in Nigeria is that Onyendu jumped bail. Onyendu is on bail. They invaded his house on 14th of September 2017 to kill him. He narrowly escaped by luck. 48 people were murdered in his house. Nigerian government is not talking about life lost. And somebody have the audacity to say he jumped bail. And United Nations Convention have it that one is entitled for self-defense. Anything you will do to stop somebody coming to kill you is right and justified. He ran away because he came to kill him. This case is before the court in Nigeria. Nigerian government do not want to look into why will somebody who is on bail, his house is invaded to kill him and he escaped. You are now talking of jumping bail. Besides that, where did you kidnap him? In a foreign country, Kenya, with a British passport. They are not looking into that. You are talking of jumping bail. Good thing. Nigeria, Kenya, Britain are signatories to all these shenanigans that is going on in Nigeria. They have no case against him. They let them continue postponing, but the right thing must be done. But my word today to all Biafrans, when challenge, it comes in multiple. But those who run race to the end will wear the crown of success. There's never a time the Lord said that we'll not have challenges. But he said he will see us through to the end of that challenges. Israelites went through what Biafra is going through today. Japan went through what Biafra is going on today. When the Israelites were moving from Egypt to the promised land, it wasn't that very easy. But the Lord were with them. He brought Moses, he brought Joshua to facilitate their journey. Today, we have Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as our facilitator to the freedom of Biafra, to the promised land. Who has ever believed that the nation of Israel will come in 1949? Let us be steadfast in prayer and trust in Chukwuokike Abiama. What we are praying, let it come in our lifetime for we to have opportunity to glorify God. Because we who is 6 feet deep do not glorify God. All the saboteurs, all those who are sabotaging the freedom of Biafra, Chukwuokike Abiama will visit them, visit their generation. Look at what is happening in Nigeria today. Politics cannot solve the problem of Nigeria. It cannot. It is now or never. It's an eye-opener to all the Biafrans who thought that they belong to Nigeria, who thought that Nigeria will accept them. The fight of 1967 to 1970 in Nigeria, it has not ended. If they are sincere to themselves, they will know both PDP, APC are not for Biafrans. What Biafra need is freedom, referendum. Let us decide our fate. We are of age. There's no way we can without deciding our fate. Nobody can tell us our story. We will tell our story by ourselves. Nobody can tell the story of Biafra. And that is why all committed Biafrans, this is a time for we to show our commitment. This is a time for we to put our knees on the floor and pray to Chukwuokike Abiama. Sooner or later, let our Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be released unconditionally, and let there be referendum for we to decide our fate. I'm also talking to the United Nations. I'm also talking to Britain, who created Nigeria. Let them listen to the word of God, because the calamity that will befall upon those who are standing against Biafra will be unprecedented. The whole world is focusing on Ukraine today, but they cannot focus on Biafra. Where is the justification? Somebody mentioned about the Kanu in Nigeria. Do we really have Christian association in Nigeria? We don't. All the GOs have been bought up. Deborah was killed in Sokoto. A president of a country in Nigeria could not make a statement. Kumuyi is coming to Aba to have a crusade because they find an opportunity to bring in the army again. Why don't you have crusade in Lagos? Why don't you go to Sokoto and have a crusade? Why don't you go to Aba to have a crusade? Why is all eyes in Biafra land? The train was bombed. Now Nigerian government is negotiating with the terrorists. El Rufai, the governor of Kaduna State, did not call the military to come and invade his state and find out the kidnappers. But Hope Uzodinma is at liberty, calling the army to come and kill the innocent youth. Today in Olu zone, you cannot see a youth there. But whatever evil that men do, we used to say that he lives after them. These days he lives with them. All the Eastern region politicians who are aiding the killing of innocent youths in Biafra land will surely pay someday. All their generation. Once more, I'm using this opportunity to thank all those who are resolute for the fight for freedom of Biafra. Chukwokika will sustain all our effort and prayers. And all effort we are making to see that our leader Mazi Kanu is released. Our legal teams, God will sustain them, give them the idea, give them the strength. More so, our leadership of IPOB, under the leadership of by Chika, Edoziem, and Nzurumike, and other members of DOS, may our good Lord continue to sustain them, provide for them physical, material, financial, and otherwise to propel this fight till the release of our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you very much and well spoken. That was Mazi Konso Goke, the National Coordinator of Canada. Thank you for that very rendition. As we will move to Mazi Chijoke. Mazi Chijoke, can you go on?
Yes, I'm here, hearing you loud and clear. I greet you, our Honorable Deputy Mazi Nzurumike, and I thank you so much, Mazi Jonathan, for hosting us today. Also in line, our fellow coordinators, I send greetings. Biafrans, the IPOB members, I salute all of you. Wherever you are, I greet you in the time zone of Biafra land. Today, we're here to talk to you guys about all the things that is happening and to give you hope that in no distance time, Biafra will come. I also would like to talk about our recent fundraising that we held and is very, very successful. I would say about 95%, 97% have redeemed their pledges. And we are also hearing that many other people who did not attend the fundraising are also coming up and donating to us. We need this, as you know, that we need to use this to support our gallant men in the ESN, so that they will continue the good work they are doing. I thank you so much, all those people who supported us, and we're going to be having this periodically, and also coming out like this again to speak to all the Biafrans worldwide. My predecessors have spoken so much at length about all the atrocities going on in Biafran land, and I would not like to belabor that. But it is without saying that the likes of hopeless Uzodinjo, I hope you're hearing us loud and clear, all the good work you are doing, and those, the governor that was given the best governorship award by Britain, I hope you know what all those mean. We also saw that the presidential candidate P2B went to England and sat and talked with the Prime Minister in number 10 Downing Street. I hope you know what is that. They are piloting you. They are trying to control the outcome of the zoo election, which Biafrans have no interest in partaking because, one, we are not a political party. All we want is our freedom. We want to get a referendum and go back home. So I hope you guys are taking those in account. Yes, my predecessors also spoke about the CAN, the Christian Association of Nigeria, the toothless bulldog that have been basically bribed, looking elsewhere while Christians in the zoo are being killed. We also extend this announcement to the Pope. If you allow Christians or the overtaking of Christians in the zoo, Nigeria, to happen, you will be next. They will overrun all of you everywhere. And this goes to the Great Britain, allowing all the Muslims and everything to take over. You can see that there are some places in England that you can't even go. It's a no-go place, a no-go area for you. You, the white person that brought them in. One day you will hear that how the mighty fall, because the chicken will come home to roost one day in your country. As you all know, basically the real president of the zoo is Katrina Lang. She is going all over the place in Nigeria, especially in the northern contraption, telling them what to do, how to kill Biafrans all over the place. We're sending loud and clear warning to her and the Prime Minister that is guiding her on what to do, that this must stop and that all we want is our freedom. The useless Igbo senators, the Ohanese and Igbo, etc., and things like that, the chiefs, I hope you guys are seeing what is happening, and that without the IPOB, all of you would have been consumed. This is the time to step up and fight back. You cannot be looking and saying that we are peaceful people, we don't fight, we don't do anything, and gradually you are being disseminated. You have to come out and fight. They are fighting you with AK-47 and you are fighting with sticks. You manufacture AK-47. You got to use that and fight back. Okay? Defense is permitted everywhere. Self-defense is permitted. You cannot sit down there and your village is being ravaged, people are being killed, little children, our women are being killed here and there. You got to fight back. Now, when you go to Biafra land, all the bad roads, everywhere, bad roads, pota everywhere leads to Biafra land. And all these useless governors are proud, drinking their wine, their cigars and things like that. And all Biafra states are the worst in the country. You don't have any airports, you don't have good roads, you don't have any shelter, no power, no electricity, nothing. And you are proud answering senators, governors, and so on. So you guys need to step up and do the right thing. Now, the big warning is, whether you know it or not, you need to release our leader unconditionally. I am not even going to talk about if something happens to him. If that were to happen, as you guys know, all hell will break loose. Nothing will be left alive in the zoo. The whole world will be shocked. And there will be ripple effects because we don't care. There will be collateral damages. Whatever that means, there will be collateral damages all over the world. There will be collateral damages. So I hope the UN, you are listening, you're hearing us. This is not a threat, it's a fact. Because you cannot just eliminate a race that has not done any wrong to you. The only thing we've done wrong is that we are blessed with natural resources. And you come, you kill us, you take them by force with impunity. And you are allowing us to just stay there and fold our hands and clap for you. It's not going to happen. So basically, you guys are seeing with the upcoming election in the zoo, also comes with the impending doom that will befall the zoo. Many people don't know it. This is the year of the calamity that is going to happen. This is the year. And if people don't take precaution, especially our people in the north, and come back home, you will have yourself to blame. All of you need to leave your property, your businesses and things like that, because life comes first. You need to come back home because it's going to happen this year. Don't say you weren't warned. Now, we want to sound a loud warning to the British with what they are doing, especially through their bad broadcasting corporation, that if there has to be a war, it's not going to be like that of 1967, even though we did very gallantly. We held the whole world at bay for 3 years. Today we have so many things in our favor. We have our radio, our people can make arms, we are more intelligent, we have all the social media, everything, and our people are just waiting for that final authorization to unleash mayhem. It's not going to be easy, and there will be ripple effect, and it will affect all of you. You just have to read between the lines that this is the time to let us go. One thing I would like to say again is there are so many mushroom entities coming out with different names, calling themselves Biafra or ESN support and things like that, raising funds and talking rubbish and posting things all over the media. You all should know that all power is derived through our leader, our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And now, being under rendition, all power is now vested in the DOS, headed by our HOD, Mazi, the Honorable Chika Edoziem. Anything that is not through the DOS, or you don't hear it in the radio Biafra, is fake. Don't waste your time and money. Don't waste your time and money. And those people should be warned, because we're taking notes. There will be a big price to pay when the right time comes. You guys are causing confusion, doing everything. The autopiloters, the likes of Simon Ekpa, the Do people, the Umweri, you are warned. Okay? Then if you're a legitimate entity that raises funds, we require that after your fundraising, you give a good accountability of the funds. And it is not in your own right to dispense the fund as you wish. You must get authorization from the HOD, the head of the directorate, Mazi Chika Edoziem. You don't raise funds and you go out there, we send it to our leaders, lawyers, we send to ESN, our men and women fighting for us. Don't you know that you don't have any right to reach out to ESN? there is a designated person in the DOS that handles ESN affairs. So if you say you send money to ESN, you didn't. You sent it to the wrong pocket or to your own pocket. All money has to be sent through the right channel. And our leader has warned that you cannot have any direct contact with ESN. So I want you to hear that and know that. That brings me to talk about all the people that have been expelled or relieved of their duties. If I were you, I would just go underground and let Biafra come. If you go out there and start making noise and holding your own meetings and parallel IPOB or whatever you call it, you are doing that at your own risk. Once you've been expelled or relieved of your duties and you want to come back, you have to go through the right channel. It is called the Conflict Resolution Committee. You don't go out and take it up on yourself that you still a coordinator like some fool sending me invitation to attend their meeting that our leader has asked them to reorganize IPOB North America. When you've been expelled and you are the one going to lead to reformat the IPOB North America. How foolish you are. You think you are dealing with fools. Not even try that with us, because we know what we are doing. We are called, ordained to lead this struggle. All of us talking to you here are part of the 100 men that our leader has been asking for. It is not easy to be part of that 100 men. You have to be called by the Spirit to be part of that 100 men. You have to be resolute. You have to be steadfast. You cannot be pushed around and you fall, raise up your leg and cry, or giving money here and there. None of us can take $1 trillion or even call it pounds to sell our souls. It can't happen. When I think of that, what am I going to do with that kind of money? We all don't have enough time left on this earth to enjoy £1 trillion. But you lose your soul. You lose your generation. You leave no legacy to your people. You have to stand resolute. We know it's not easy, but you have to play your part. I hope you guys know, you remember that we are great Biafrans. We have to fight back. We have to get back our land. The land of the rising sun. Biafrans, the time to wake up has passed. Now it's time to fight back. This is the time to fight back. You see, this ESN and whatever you're doing to push back the zoo onslaught is being done by very few, like 100 of people in diaspora. If 98%, 95%, even 50% comes up to fight and donate, we would have gotten our Biafra. The worst is the enemy within. The enemy within. Fighting and asking all kinds of manners of stupid questions. Where's our money? What do we do with this? The $10 we collect. What are we doing with it? Don't you see what we're doing with it? Without all the money we collect and send through ESN, we would have been gone. Our women going to the farms, our old men, young men would have been disseminated. That's what we're doing with it. There's no organization that comes out and on a daily basis they give you account of how they are spending the money. When you don't even donate, you don't even participate in meetings or anything, you come out and run your trash him out. Where is our money? What do we do with it? You need to join the struggle, be steadfast. Yes, donate, give your money. Look at how small the country of Amazonia is. Those people, they give up 100% of their earnings to support their struggle. Look at how far they have gone. Biafrans are over 70 million. We are here crying. We're letting the British recolonize us. When British came to our land, they gave us gutters, but they lived in underground sewage. They gave us mosquitoes. You don't see any mosquito in England or in Europe. Don't you guys see that? All the intellectuals that travel all over European countries, America, do you see any mosquitoes or gutters anywhere or bad roads? A lot of you who have stolen our money, you go to Dubai, you invest, you steal our money, you go to Swiss, you deposit the money, and it is gone forever because nobody can get it back. You turn around, you take a loan from those people of your money. How foolish you are. How foolish you are. Every day you're running your mouth as if you know anything. You know nothing. Nothing. Foolish. Stupid. That's what all of you are. You need to wake up. Nobody is going to do this for you. Just as our previous speakers said, that freedom is not given. You take it. It is your right. After all, you are Biafrans. Take back your freedom. How are you going to do that? You have to remain united, disciplined, one voice. Donate to this movement. That's the only way we're going to do that. It's not just by going out and crying, hey, well, what have we done these days, and you're doing nothing about it. You have to do something about it. Yes, I really thank our gallant men and women in Biafra land doing their best. It is not easy. They are the ones giving all kinds of prices, their lives, losing their businesses, and so on. We hear you. We see that. And we promise in no distant time, we're going to retake back our country. Yes, somebody spoke about eating beef or nama or whatever in Biafra land. You know, that order has been going on since last month. April. We are not saying don't eat nama, but it has to be the Igbo nama. And they have to have their own place where they are kept, not roaming around in the street. There are so many meat, you know, we have hunters that go in the bush and kill some wild animals. We have goats, we have our chickens, so many things you can eat. But those nama that comes from the Fulanis, it's a no-go area. It is a no-go area. a word is enough for the wise. Let me also touch on something our leader, HOD, Mazi Chike Doziem has been talking about each time he makes a broadcast. The sit at home that you guys are being forced to observe on Mondays should stop. All those people forcing and going around and enforcing it and threatening marketers, businesses and things like that, you need to stop. Otherwise, before you know it, we may have to unleash people that will really take care of you. There's no sit at home on Mondays unless it is announced and authorized by the DOS. Allow people to go back to their normal businesses on Mondays. Any sit at home will be announced for that period by the HOD. You cannot take laws into your own hands. Last thing I would like to talk to America. Sorry, I didn't introduce myself in the beginning. My name is Nnamdi Chijoke. I am the coordinator of the Pacific in the US, and now I've been given responsibility also to oversee the mountain region on a temporary basis until a new coordinator is announced. Now, I would like to call for support for these new changes in America, and that we will not tolerate any kind or any means of insubordination. I know we are Biafrans, but we need to do the right thing, and I ask you support us, do what you're supposed to do. Unless you just want to showcase yourself that you are a renegade or you're forming some kind of a IPOB family, which is a no-go area, of course you will lose, because we have the bullet pulpit, ranging from our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, down to the DOS, headed by the HOD, Mazi Doziem. We'll take care of you. And we have great support by all the radio hosts of Radio Biafra. Anything that is not said through these channels, they're all rubbish. Okay? With that said, I thank you all for listening and giving me this opportunity to speak to all of us here. And I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiyama will continue to bless you all until we get our home, the land of the rising sun, Biafra, the land full of milk and honey, the land that is 100% organic. Thank you, great Biafrans.
Thank you very much, and well spoken, Mazi Chijoke Ndewo. Nnamdi Chijoke was that. One of the our great representatives in the United States of America. You are welcome, and thank you so much. I hope you have. Are you listening to me? Hearing me, Mazi?
Very well, loud and clear.
All right. Once again, thank you very much. At this very juncture, I will have few words to our people in the riverine area where we are well related. In one blood, in one DNA, we are still calling upon them. Though the clan of Igbo-speaking Biafran appear to be at the forefront of this very struggle. But we also know that all hands need to be on deck. The freedom is wanted and craved by all clans of Biafra land. And that is why they call on our brethren. Once again, we do call upon them to hold hands together with us on this very effort. Because we do share one ordeal. And as the Igbo adage will say, Ebe beru gwebele, kesi beebe na kukwaya, simply means live and let live. The same adage is also the view of all Biafrans across the spectrum, be you Ijaw, be you Efik, Igala, Itekiri, Isoko, Urobo, and so on and so forth. We do all together appreciate actually life, and also we do share that one common value system, and that is why we can better exist together than the status quo. Although we see some efulefus spring out sporadically from time to time amongst us to preach the otherwise, because of course of the crumbs from the table of their Fulani masters. But we know that at the end, it is about one man, one vote, nothing more than that. Anybody that preaches and stands antipodal to what we are doing is finally going to have his own vote to take care of, and nothing more than that. Undoubtedly, we've all been well educated about our collective plight and have come to a bitter conclusion that none of these Biafran clans could actually be satisfactorily have the freedom without the others. Nihina Obarasirike, if I will interpret that, blood is strong. We do not want a scenario of the rich man in the hellfire who asked Abraham to send Lazarus to bring him a finger drop of water. No, that's not what we want. That is not our aspiration. That is not our primary intention. However, we must remain hopeful, knowing that we shall together emerge triumphant from this very, very ordeal. Without also wasting time, there are some announcements I will have to make tonight. I do have some announcements to make tonight, but first of all, let the warning goes to those who entangle themselves with the IPOB administrative matters. Your times are up and you must back off right now. Those of you who are not principal servants in any shape or form, who are dabbling into IPOB matters on administrative scale, you must roll back and stay one side. Do not involve yourself going forward, no matter who you are, no matter your family background, no matter your affiliation. If you are not along the chain of command, you must completely extricate yourself from that very practice. It will not do you any good, but surely will spell your doom. That is the message. And of course, to all heads of all departments, whether you are from legal departments, whether you do head the welfare department, whether you are from health department, whether you are from finance, every head of department, you do have to report to the head of the Directorate of State. Very, very important. He remains the representative of all. He does represent our leader in his fiscal absence, and we are also in communication with our leader. So whatever is being done is known by our leader in terms of administrative work. A following announcement must be made on behalf of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and of course on behalf of the very vibrant head of the Directorate of the States of Indigenous People of Biafra in the person of Mazi Chikedozie, and that is as following: that we do have some changes across the board in IPOB families, somewhere else, and different places. I will start from Benin Republic because there were some, handlings that were masterminded by the Conflict Resolution Committee. At the end of that very job, recommendations were made, and these recommendations were adopted by the Indigenous People of Biafra, the leadership. And as a result of that, we do now have a new national coordinator of Benin Republic. And anyone announced now must be accorded a full cooperation, a very, very full cooperation, without any doubt or without any misconduct. You must give him all the acceptability and all the conduct that are required in a corporation. You must cooperate with him, whoever you are, wherever you are, in as much as you belong to the family of Benin Republic. We do, as a matter of needfulness, urge you to work together in tandem with the new administration. Mazi Deacon Paul Okereke comes up as the new national coordinator of Benin Republic. Mazi Chukwebuka Okafor will come up as the deputy national coordinator of Benin Republic. These two people must be supported by all of you on the ground without any grudges whatsoever. This is very, very important. Every position is temporary. Don't forget, if these fellows are not doing well, are not picking up what they're supposed to pick, if they're not holding the Biafran flag upright, if they're not doing the right things, they do also stand the chances to be replaced. Meanwhile, Mazi Deacon Paul Okereke, once more national coordinator, and Mazi Chukwebuka Okafor as the deputy national coordinator. In the case of the Republic, there will be a list of schools that will come up that I will follow up later. For the time being, we do have, in the case of Uganda, owed to an unacceptable gross level of misconduct, the executive body of IPOB Uganda was dismantled by the HOD, and that remains so. Mazi Chidingene, Erasmus Agugwa, Okechukwu Chukwukel, and the entire executives were entirely suspended. As a result, today the following servant is to assume the function of the national coordinator in the person of Mazi Chukwemeka Amadi. Mazi Chukwemeka Amadi will take the lead, and it is going forward his responsibility to bring about rekindling of the family in Uganda. The family in Uganda should be rekindled, and we do ask all of you who believe in this struggle, who believe in Nnamdi Kanu, who believe in our land, our motherland, and Chukwukabia, who believe in the truth and honesty, to please support this young man to make sure that our family in Uganda is once again revived. I will now go to Gambia, also on behalf of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, on behalf of our vibrant HOD, that in Gambia we do also have Mazi Ebuta Oka, the zonal coordinator of Tobokoto zone, must now assume the leadership in Gambia as the national coordinator. He is going to be deputized by Mazi Anyangunduka. Mazi Anyangunduka, you will deputize Mazi Ebuta Oka. You are the present coordinator or zonal coordinator of Lami Zone, and all these, your positions will be replaced and be assisted in that process is the West African rep. West African rep Mazi Subai. You make sure that that process runs smoothly in replacing these zonal coordinators, the zonal coordinator of Tobokoto Zone and also of Lami Zone of Gambia. Mazi Subai, it is your responsibility to get that conducted very, very peacefully, please. Very, very important. In the place of Morocco, we also do have those who were involved in unacceptable gross level of misconduct, and therefore Uchenna Isaac Chukwu, the zonal coordinator, was or is actually expelled and be replaced by Mazi Louis Obiwanne Opala. Mazi Louis Obiwanne Opala replaces Uchenna Isaac Chukwu, the zonal coordinator. That is also to be followed up, very, very important. The Central African Republic and Northern African representative, please follow it up. The Mazi Chinemere, the Central and Northern representative of Africa, please, you follow it up. Very, very important. There is a place called Saba in Libya. The zonal coordinator of Ezioku Bondo zone and his cliques have been indefinitely suspended, and they remain suspended until further notice. Very, very important. Until further notice, these people will remain suspended. We also have, in the case of Egypt, in Egypt we have Mazi Samuel Akuma. Mazi Samuel Akuma, he has tried so far as the national coordinator, but owed to some negligence of duty and some necessary prerequisites of now, he is to be replaced by Mazi Ebenezer Nnabuife Okolo. Mazi Ebenezer Nnabuife Okolo will replace Mazi Samuel Akuma. And please, the Central and Northern representative of Africa, please, you have to follow up. Very, very important. We also have cases, by way of digression, of places in Biafra land lacking relay station, and some of them having faults. That message has come to the consent of the leadership, and we are saying that will be taken care of. Those relay radio stations that are lacking, they shall be replaced, and those ones that are weak and non-functional, they shall also be fixed. The next announcement is about Tanzania. Our people in Tanzania are to have fundraising tomorrow, the 29th of May 2021. We are calling upon all friends of Biafra, all friends of freedom, all those advocates of freedom, to all converge together to make sure that this process goes very, very successful, and that all hands be on deck, and give all your support to the national coordinator and his executive to ensure that the process comes to a fruition. Very, very important, please, in Tanzania. And of course, finally, it's about 30th of May. 30th of May program is an observation, of course, is very, very important for all of us. whether you're a politician or you're not a politician, no matter what your job is in Biafra land, it is a land that has consumed more than 10 million lives. You are marching on it on daily basis. You are raising food and you are trying to make ends meet on daily basis. If we cannot do one particular thing, just one particular thing, as even mentioned in our national anthem, where these very people called indigenous people of Biafra promised the dead that we shall massively remember those who died in mass. We do have that in our national anthem, that we shall remember those who died in mass. I think in the second stanza or the third stanza. And that is our responsibility. And that means we must all ensure that 30th of May program and observation are well taken care of by all families worldwide, from Western to Eastern Hemisphere, Northern to Southern Hemisphere. We will have to make sure that the needful is done as announced last fall by our able and vibrant HOD in the person of Mazi Chikedozium. The last announcement, he did mention how the process should go, what you should do about it, and therefore please, if you are lacking any program for the 30th of May, please contact your continental rep. Follow the chain of command and get all you need for that very effort. At this juncture, I don't know if any of our people here have something else to say. Otherwise, we are going to wind up. That's all I have for now. To Biafrans, I can only say you must remain resolute all across the board. Do not be, wavering. Do not lose any hope whatsoever, because we are seeing results of what we are doing, because the enemy is already on the run, and because we are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel already. We must remain resolute and continue. Our resilience is being asked for. Our resoluteness is asked for. Though the enemies may test our resolve, but we shall overcome them at all times. So please, let me say once again, remain resolute. Those of you who are responsible for atrocities on the ground, we cannot warn you enough. If your life is important, we cannot warn you enough. If your life is important and you are committing these atrocities in our land, and you are one of us, a Biafran, you better stop it now. Back off. Back off. Enough of those killings. Back off. For those of you working for politicians, those of you involved in thuggery, killing people all the time, the Biafran land shall swallow you, as the case may be. Of course, we are ready for those of you who are Janjaweed, who are also in the killing spree. We are also ready for you, and we are going to continue to engage you in as much as our quest for freedom remains on the table. We are not going to surrender, and we are not going to give up. Thank you very much, and I want to see Mazi Ememando. I have your hands up. Do you want to have something to say?
Yes, thank you, our Deputy HOD. Thank you very much. I want to quickly chip in this. Having said all we've said, we see the zoo is completely falling. Actually, it is falling completely. The only reason the zoo is not in total ruins right now is for the elect's sake. The few righteous people in the zoo, who the Lord wants to protect. Great Biafrans, we have seen the wickedness of the people who call themselves Nigerians. Our leader have constantly said that the black man, something is fundamentally wrong with the black man. Are people just innately wicked? This is just, it's unbelievable. We have seen how these atrocities are going on in the zoo, and everybody keeps quiet. The politicians don't care. All they care about is money. Let me quickly pass judgment upon all these children of perdition and wickedness. Woe unto you, Pope Francis of the Vatican. Woe unto you, Archbishop of the Canterbury. Woe unto you, Arinze, Adegboman. Woe unto you, Kumuyi. Woe unto you, G.O. Adeboye. Woe unto you, Oyedepo. Woe unto you, Tunde Bakari. Woe unto you, all you children of Satan who call yourself religious leaders. Look at you, Matthew Kuka. You escaped by the whiskers. You never call a spade a spade. You keep beating around the bush. Has it dawned on you now? Shame on you all. Anybody who wants to fix that zoo, anybody, man or woman, spirit, who wants to fix that zoo will be completely destroyed. Will be completely destroyed, because the moment, the hour have come when Biafra must be set free from this abomination, abominable contraption put together by wicked Britain and great Biafrans, IPOB members, Eastern region. Particularly, may I remind you quickly that we're going to be having our 30th of May. I'll be sending that information to you all. I want you all to join us in our 30th of May. I'm aware that those who don't even respect leadership have already told you that our HOD says we should have memorial lectures. They're talking about marching in DC. I wonder how what separates them from autopiloters. You don't follow after chain of command. HOD tells you something, you do something else. And you call yourself, I love our leader. Oh, my only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I love our leader. Shame on you all. So great Biafrans, come 30th of May, the Eastern region, you're going to join us in the Central to observe the memorial lectures and the solemn prayer for our fallen heroes and heroines. Thank you very much, Biafrans.
Thank you so much. And finally, there is one more announcement that just came in. I need to relay to our people, and that is the fact that tomorrow, we do have our candle night. Tomorrow at 11:30 p.m. 11:30 p.m. Biafran time. 11:30 p.m. Biafran time. We have our candle light night. So we are all asked to get ready for it. Get ready for this very event. It's a very, very divine event. Tomorrow, once again, tomorrow night at 11:30 p.m. is our candlelight night. It's a very, very divine event, like I said, and do not miss it. Do not miss it. Follow it up and get in touch on Radio Biafra London. Thank you very much. And I think, Mazi Ogoke, you wanted to say something. I see your hands up. Mazi Ogoke, go on very briefly, please. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mazi Zomike. I'm using this opportunity to talk to the whole world that here in Canada, we have only one IPOB under the command of the National Coordinator, Chief Collins Ogoke. And I want to make it emphatically clear, if you want to contribute money and it's not through the National Coordinator or the Provisional Coordinator that are loyal to DOS, better put your money in your pocket. Because it would not be good that you are contributing money to those who are sponsoring the killing back home. That will be an iniquity upon you and your generation. You cannot claim that you are supporting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and you cannot obey the structure he put in place through the DOS. I'm once more inviting all Biafrans in Canada to attend the lecture on 30th May at 925 Avian Street by Islington. Please, all Biafrans come around, let us reason together. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and I think that makes it for us tonight. These very principal servants will endeavor to come to address our people much more regularly going forward, and we know you are all capable to do that and strengthen our membership, strengthen our listenership also. Give our people the necessary hope, because we all know, most of us in diaspora, we all know that IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra, is doing a good job under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and under the steering of Mazi Chikedoziem at the head of Directorate of State. Mazi Chikedoziem is doing a very great job, and we all know that. And that is why we are marching forward, and that is why we are not crumbling, and that is why we are crushing our enemies, and that is why at the end of the day we shall overcome. Mazi Babachijoke, you want to say something? Very, very briefly, go ahead, please.
Yes, I will be very brief. Thank you so much, Deputy HOD. Just to, we spoke about 30th of May and everything going on. Let's not forget that next month we're going to have our 1 million man march in Brussels, in the front of the European headquarters in Brussels. And it will be a 2-day event, June 14 and 15. And we'll be joined by the nation of Oduduwa and the Ambazonians. It is going to be awesome. It is going to be great. I ask that every Biafran that has opportunity to come there, I want you to come so that you can see what Europe has done with your money, with your resources. You will be shocked. Unless you've been to many places, you will come to Brussels. We do the march. If you have time to roam around, you will just cringe, and you see what your money, the looters that are looting our money from the Biafra land, from the zoo, where they pack the money and what it is being used to do. You will marvel. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mazi, for that reminder. At this very juncture, Biafrans, we have to wind down, and of course, as our leader will say, as always, that we do always converge around a particular altar, and that altar is called Radio Biafra, because that is where we worship. And we do worship only one God called Chukwukabiam. He is our God. And we do all these things because Biafra is our religion. So we must continue in this very effort. I thank you all so much. I thank our great presenter, Mazi Jonathan. You will continue to do this very great job. By the grace of Chukwukabiam, posterity will be kind to you, and to all our great broadcasters. You all are doing a great job. Without all of you, things probably could have been more difficult, but because Chukwukabiam said you should come, that is why we'll continue to march forward. Thank you so much. At this juncture, I would like to yield back and give back microphone to Mazi Jonathan. Thank you so much. From me and from here, it is good evening from Mazi Chukwuemeka Nzurumike, the Deputy Head of Directorate of State. Thank you very much. Goodbye for now.
Thank you, Mazi Nzurumike, and all the principal officers from the Americas. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, you've heard it all, even the announcements. There is no need to subtract, neither to add anything. We shall meet again by the grace of Chukwukabiam tomorrow. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, it is simply good evening.